Hi, thanks for tuning in, and today I have another TV box review. For today's review, I have the Alfawise A9X Amlogic S905X2 4K Smart TV box. It's been a while since I've had an Alfawise TV box on this channel, and I'm eager to see their configuration of the S905X2 chipset. So stay tuned, that's coming up next. Welcome back, and this is the box that it's shipped in. As you can see, it sustained some damage during shipping, and I hope if anyone decides to purchase this box, that it doesn't suffer the same fate as mine. Nonetheless, I will now do a quick unboxing. The Alfawise A9X runs on the Amlogic S905X2 CPU, running up to 1.8 GHz. The display is powered by the ARM Mali G31 GPU. It comes with 4 GB of DDR4 RAM, and 32 GB of internal storage. It has dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi, Ethernet LAN speeds of up to 100 megabits per second, and Bluetooth 4.2 support. In the box, you have the Alfawise TV box itself. You get an infrared remote. The remote is a standard remote with an on-screen mouse cursor controlled by the direction keys. However, it's not a Bluetooth remote, and it's not the professional AirMouse type movement. You get one HDMI cable, a 5 volts 2 amps power adapter, an invitation card to a new movie streaming service called My Family Cinema, and the last item here is a user's manual. And now a look at its design and what ports we have on this box. Well, the body is made of plastic, with the Alfawise logo printed to the top. To the back, you have one HDMI port, one Ethernet LAN port, you have one optical audio port, one audio-video port, and a DC power input. To one side you have one USB 2.0 port, one USB 3.0, and a microSD card reader. There is nothing on the other side. To the front, you have an LED power light. And below the box you have lots of ventilation holes. I will now connect it to my TV and capture card and continue. So I'm connected. And as I power it up, you have a very simple Alfawise startup animation for a couple of seconds. Then you're taken directly to the launcher. So here we are at the launcher. And it has these large main buttons that cannot be changed, and if you click on these buttons, you are directed to individual pages where you have the option to add or remove shortcuts to various categories of apps. It comes with a standard shortcuts bar for adding shortcuts by simply clicking on this add button and selecting which shortcuts you would like to add or remove. By default, the launcher does not come with a navigation bar or status bar, but as shown in my previous videos, you can now install the menu button app as a replacement. See the link in the description area on how to install and configure this app. Before I proceed, I discovered an issue with the default Android on-screen virtual keyboard. If you plug in a USB AirMouse or a keyboard, the virtual keyboard gets deactivated and there is no way for you to enter text into a search field like on the Play Store. If you remove the USB controller, the virtual keyboard returns, but it can only be controlled by the stock remote. So to fix this issue, simply install the Android TV keyboard from the Google Play Store and enable it in the Settings Device Preferences, and you now have a very smooth moving keyboard you get on Android TV OS. In the Apps section, they have pre-installed the following apps. They included the AirScreen app, App Installer, Chrome Browser, Kodi Player, Movie Player, Netflix, the Google Play Store, Showbox, OTA Updates, and YouTube. I will now install the rest of apps needed to complete my review. In the Droid settings area, they have included the following. 4K display resolution up to 2160p at 60 Hz. Dolby Vision, with the ability to set priority between graphics and video. You have Dolby digital sound output options. Under Device Preferences, you have the DTS audio format options. And HDMI CEC control options. I will now check to see if alternative launchers work on this box. The ADW Alternative Launcher 2 works fine on this box, with all features working, including the pop-up app menu options, and drag-and-drop app shortcuts feature. Next, screen rotation works on this box, so if you are one of the persons that value this feature, the A9X can rotate into portrait mode using a screen rotation app. So to get into its technical details, I will first show its root access information. It shows that the box is not rooted, running on Android 9 operating system. While having no root access paves the way for having the appropriate DRM Google Widevine support for Netflix to play in HD quality, it also limits what apps you can install on this box, especially those that need root access. And just a quick reminder not to install the Super User application, as it will put your box into a permanent boot loop that only a flash of the firmware can fix. Next, I show its DRM information. It shows that this box has Google Widevine Level 3 and no HDCP protection. In my opinion, it makes no sense to not have root access and no DRM support for Netflix to play in HD quality at the same time. They might have well granted root access. Let's look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer of this box is Amlogic, and the model is the A9X. It comes with 4 GB of DDR4 RAM, and 32 GB of internal storage, from which this is the remainder. The Bluetooth version is 4.2, indicated by the 4+, and I will connect a Bluetooth device later in the video. The CPU is the quad-core ARM Cortex A53 CPU running up to 1.8 GHz in 32-bit mode. The CPU is the Amlogic S905X2, and it is configured with 32-bit ABIs, allowing it to run only 32-bit applications. The display is powered by the ARM Mali G31 processor, with a refresh rate of 50 Hz and OpenGLES version 3.2, which is really good for gaming. Under Network, it shows that the box has dual-band 2.4 and 5 GHz Wi-Fi support. Under Android information, it shows that the box is running on Android 9 operating system, and it also shows that the box is not rooted. Under thermal information, it shows that the box is running around 51 degrees Celsius under normal operation, and we will monitor to see how high it increases during 3D gaming. The box comes with codecs for playing 4K videos, and I will test its Dolby features in a moment. And that's it for system and hardware information, and let's see how it does in the benchmark segment and where it fits on the rankings chart. First, I show the results of the RAM copy speed and the internal storage read and write speeds. The results show that the A9X has a RAM copy speed of 3607 MB per second. The internal storage has a read speed of 123 MB per second, and I couldn't get a write speed reading. This is a good score, consistent with other S905X2 boxes. Next, I have the results of the Wi-Fi and LAN speed test. The results show that on my 60 MB package, the A9X has maximum download speed only on the 5 GHz band. The 2.4 band fell slightly below the maximum speed by 25%. And the LAN port fell way below by 68%. This means for maximum internet speed, use the 5 GHz band. In the Antutu Benchmark, the box got a score of 61,836. And this is a good high score for this box, and we will see how it does on the chart. The CPU benchmark shows that the box got a Geekbench 4 score of 749 single-core, and 2182 multi-core. Another good score by the A9X, and it's consistent when compared to similar Amlogic boxes. The final score is the Ice Storm Extreme and the Slingshot GPU graphics benchmark. The Alfawise A9X got a score of 5,484 in the Ice Storm Extreme, and 526 in the Slingshot test. These scores are even higher than the last box I reviewed. So with these results, the A9X should perform excellent in some Android games, which I will try in a moment. But before I get to that, let's see where it placed on my chart. So after updating the scores, the Alfawise A9X placed at number 5 in reference to Antutu Scores, and this is pretty good for this box, placing it among the top 10 TV boxes for 2019. You can find this chart on my website in full spreadsheet format, where you can interact with it and compare different scores. See the link in the description area. I will now put it through some live performance test, and we will see if the scores are a true reflection of its performance. Let's go to that now. I will start with Netflix. Netflix comes pre-installed on the box and it works fine once you sign into your account. It's the custom-built version, but it only shows in standard 480p quality due to the lack of required DRM support. Amazon Prime Video does not come pre-installed, and it's also not found on the Play Store. You have to sideload it from the Aptoide App Store or the APK Pure App Store. In my location, along with inadequate DRM support, Amazon Prime Video also shows in standard quality. The version of YouTube that comes pre-installed is the Android mobile version that plays in 1080p quality. I installed the YouTube Advanced version, but it also plays in 1080p quality. Then I installed Smart YouTube TV version found on github.io, and it plays in 4K quality. It actually shows the option to play in 8K, but it doesn't play when I select that resolution. I will now play some 4K video samples.
executioners, judges.
Welcome to the inside of your head.
This is the left surround channel. The next sound you'll hear is the LFE channel.
Some of the samples played okay, and I noticed that 3 of the video samples had some playback issues. That's a little more than usual. I will now test for Dolby Audio and DTS surround sound features.
Juries, executioners, judges.
Welcome to the inside of your head.
So with all the digital sound settings we saw earlier, this test shows that Dolby Audio and DTS surround sound pass-through works perfectly on this box. And now a quick demonstration to show that Miracast works on this box using the AirScreen app. Section and run a screen rotation app in portrait mode. It appears that screen rotation does not work on this dongle. I will now check to see if the X96S is rooted. Casting works on this box and it also has audio transfer. For my final demonstration, I will test the scores of the GPU benchmark by playing some high graphic games. I will also be testing the Octopus Keymapping application.
What a chance here. Well, they've got the throw, and possession again. It's decent attacking play, good skill with the ball. It's a goal from the header.
The gaming performance of the A9X is really good, the graphics rendering is smooth and of a high quality. Also, the Octopus Keymapping app works on this box in spite of having no root access. In summary, the Alfawise A9X is a great TV box in reference to its hardware and performance benchmarks, and it has all the best features and it's priced to suit your pocket. However, the developers messed up by not providing root access and blocking lots of apps on the Play Store. You also have to sideload lots of apps as they are not available on the Play Store. They also messed up the default keyboard and how it works with mouse pointers, and accessing permissions of certain apps, where you have to enable permissions manually. So all this box needs is a firmware update to fix these issues, and this box will be smoking hot. I will contact Alfawise for an updated firmware, and if one is provided, I will do an update video. So viewers, there you have it. Alfawise is making a comeback in the TV box market, and I wish them well in their future boxes. If you are interested in this box, I placed a link in the description area below this video, where you can get it for $10 off with my exclusive coupon code while stocks last. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it the thumbs up, and don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell to be instantly notified when I release a new video or do a giveaway. Stay tuned, and see you in the next one.